Professor from 17 once again, and this is the last real level of Bayonetta. This is chapter 15, A Tower to Truth. This is on the hard difficulty from a fresh save, and I call this the last real level because the level after this is exclusively a boss, and the level after that is another boss. So a lot of fun coming up, but this is the last true traversal when it comes to levels. So if you're getting pissed off with running around and jumping and stuff, and not constantly being challenged by a giant boss, this is the last level that you'll have any of that happening in it. And it's a pretty tough level, truth be told. There's some gay platforming, there's a couple of pretty decent enemies, but what do you expect? You're coming up on the end of this game and it's throwing everything it can to stop you from beating it. So a nice little secret here for you. If you jump across that balcony, you can come down here and there's another one of the witch's chests, and we'll have a goodie in it for you. And at this moment in time I've got quite a lot of life, so I can afford to make as many mistakes as I want. And I also have 121,000 halos if there's anything I need to buy, but I don't think there is really. I think I'm pretty much set for the end game. So once you're done over there, hop back across and carry on this corridor, because you're going to be fighting more of the blooming cats that you can't hit with witch time. But before those you get these little cherubs to kick in, so that the game can lull you into a nice false sense of security and then kick your ass when you get on the proper floor. And there's no real strategy to fight these things because they're practically stupid. And here we go, a couple of the on fire, on a guard geezers. So fight them like you always do, take them out one by one. Use your torture attack if you're struggling, or if you want to see angels getting their asses kicked. That's one of them down, his friend's recovering. Another dodge, more torture to go around, so I'm going to beat him up a little bit and then finish him with a nice bout of torture possibly. Wait for the attack, dodge him successfully and continue his beating. And I keep going into that rapid punch combo and I'm never in the right range for it, which is quite funny. And there we go. Clean work of those guys. Then all you have to do is carry on up here to the next section of the level. And these two statues here probably come alive if you attack them, so I don't run the risk, I just carry on. And there's going to be another fight on the entrance of this next room. But it's not too challenging, so you should be okay. I think it's a couple of joys. If not, it's the trio of little dudes. And this time we have witch time, so they're no threat whatsoever. Two more of his buddies will show up if you give him long enough, but he was already dead. It's just a case of finishing off these two. And there we go, there's another one turning up. It's a regular fucking party. But the big problem is, these are smaller version of enemies we've been fighting the whole game over, so by now you're probably very good at dismantling them, as I am, as you can see. And then I go and get hit and look like a retard. But they don't last long, these small ones. And then another smack of lips and another door is open. We can once again carry on through this building. And I think, is this when the statues come alive? I'm not too sure. There's one area where the statues are going to attack you, and I don't think you can avoid it. No, this is just an area you can avoid, I tell a lie. This will be the joy fight then. There we go. Almost every time you approach these enemies, they will do that stiletto thrust at you, so if you can learn to time it, you can almost every single time get in witch time before they can do anything and damage or even kill one of them, and then you can focus on the rest of them. Or you can get kinky and drag the clit along a nice iron horse thing. Another example why I'm not the biggest fan of this weapon I've picked up. but it worked out to my advantage either way. So a couple more voluptuous angles and another torture attack that involves Joy getting off once again, the kinky bitch. And another doorway is opened. Continue making your way around this spiral looking staircase. And this is the section where you're going to be taking on the glorious and the graceful upgrades, because as you get to the top of this area, these guys spawn, which are a pain in the ass, but they're all clustered together, so they're not too bad. And then once you dismantle these dudes, on the next level is when you take on the glorious upgrades. Oh, I tell a lie, here they are. You didn't even have to move and they were on you. And for some reason they can get into a little fit where all they'll do is teleport at the start because they don't quite like where they are. And as you can see, that fella, he's not even attacked me yet, he's too busy fucking warping about like a Jedi. So take advantage if you can and get him in a nice cheeky stun. Because at the end of this torture attack he's probably going to be history, that one. Which is always a benefit if you can reduce him down to 1 as quickly as possible. And there she goes, but he's not quite dead, so I'll have to finish him after all. But if you're not good at fighting these guys by this part of the game, you're probably not going to get good at them, because you've been fighting them all game long and you're practically at the end of your journey if you're just wanting to get this shit done and dusted. So plow on a fake smile and just do your best and you should be able to dismantle these geezers. Not that I'm doing a very good job of doing it, and I've fought these guys a ton of times. So once again that enables you to advance higher on this level. And now we'll progress into an interesting section of this level, which is Mr. Temperance having another crack at us, because this guy does not know when to quit, even though we've killed him numerous times before. So keep running through, you'll spawn another battle. Another word of warning, they are on fire, so if you're not in witch time you're going to take damage from them. And then you just do what you've been getting so good at through the course of this game. Once again, the torture attacks will get you one of those axes or the scythes and you can do the spin attack. It all counts. And that's another floor down. And a pure platinum for our trouble, which is always pretty to see. And this bit's bullshit. I'm going to be truthful to you, I'm not going to lie. This next section can be very easy or it can be very gay. So the first thing you want to do is make sure he doesn't hit you with that, and then jump onto this cannon. And when you're on this cannon, it's international track and field time. Bash your finger as fast as you can and try and do as much damage as quickly as you can, because what will happen is the longer you're on this gun, the more you're a target. And if you can keep stunning him, like I do right here, he doesn't get a chance to fire the green shit at you. But you can't stay on here forever, so when you see him wind his arm up, it means you've got to move. So get off the cannon and run to the other one. Get on it, start shooting very quickly, and you can turn this guy into a piece of piss. The big problem is, if you're not as quick as I am and you don't get the stuns in, he's going to fire those green things that you can see there, and they will damage you, so be very careful of those. You can shoot them though, like I just did then. But it gets to the point where there's some of them coming so fast and so frequently that you can't possibly shoot them all. And don't ask me why I got off then. You could probably take that and not take too much damage, but I thought it was going to do something else. So just keep bashing the button, he will die, and there you go. It looks kind of simple, but it isn't that simple when you do it yourself, so heed my warning and you should be able to dig that guy. I get a nice pure platinum because that run was perfect. And then you can carry on to the next couple of fights. And this is going to be scaling an elevator wall before fighting a couple of bosses that we've already seen before. And don't worry, they're cheaper versions than they were before, so the life is nowhere near as excessive. And we're coming to the first one here. Don't hit the elevators, they will hurt you and knock you to the bottom possibly. In all honesty, I don't think I've ever been hit by them, but I don't want to start now. And here we go. If it isn't Mr. Justice himself, the Cardinal of Virtue. And it's the exact same premise it was when we were back on the platform taking him on as a boss. You've got to attack the face so that you can run down the tongue and get to the real head. And the attacks are very similar, only this arena's slightly longer. And he's a hell of a lot weaker than he was before. But that doesn't mean he can't hurt you, because as you've just seen, I'm getting dicked. Because it wouldn't be funny if I didn't take some beatings. And there you go, you get your witch time, and you should be able to demobilize him if you hit him long enough, but for whatever reason I just can't seem to do it. But look at that, this guy has hardly any life now. So this is nearly a done deal. And when he goes to zero, you get to run down his tongue and climax his mouth. Like the filthy witch you are. And once again, the strategies translate across from my other video, so if you've seen that, you'll know exactly what to do at this moment. And just keep running down this tongue, dodging the blades, and then smack him in the face. It's as primal as it gets. Watch out, obviously they're going to attack you like they did before, but this time they don't do the clap, so they're nowhere near as deadly. There we go, that one's a goner. And that's the end of that section. So keep moving up this elevator, because we're going to be seeing familiar territory in a moment. And here we go, nice little change of scenery as things get slightly more angelic. And in this corner is a sneaky little witch crypt. There's also one on the complete opposite side of this arena, which I'll show you how to get to in a moment. That contains one of the broken witch hearts. And it's directly over there, and I do have the bird ability, so I could have probably flown across, but I go this way instead, because you've got to jump up anyhow, and I go on I exercise my panther's legs for a little bit. And you just drop down here. And I think it's going to spawn a fight, if I'm not mistaken. And there we go. I pick up a fucking red hot shot, and I'm like, please, did I just do what I just think I did? And I'm like, yep, it's a red hot shot, there's nothing I can do about it. And I stand here now and I let these ladies beat me up, because I don't want to use items, I don't want to be forced to use them, and the only way I can be is if these bitches hit me. So I give them a free shot to kill me, so that it uses that bullshit I've just picked up. There you go, that is the only item you'll see me use in this guide. I'm very sorry, but as you can see, there was nothing I could do, and I didn't want to play this level again. And there's a lot of you probably thinking, you're a fucking retard, what are you on about? It's in the game, so use it, but I don't know, there's a part of me that I hate relying on a handicap. I like to do things myself. So, yeah, it's just a personal vice of mine. So kill the joys as you've killed them before. Torture them when you can. Your YBY works to treat. So does your 4Ys and then your B combo, which I've just done to kill that bitch. Practice with your other weapons, because there's so many combos on this game. Some of them are completely cosmetic and absolutely shit, but if you can find the strong ones, they will benefit you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.